everybody, welcome to our Year R welcome meeting. A lot of the information that we will go through you might already know, but hopefully this video will answer some of your questions and give you a little bit more of a flavour of what a kind of general day looks like in Year R and how things are running now that your children are starting to settle fully into school. So I will just introduce the Year R team. We do work very much as a whole year group team. So my name is Mrs. Goldberger and I'm the early years leader. I also am the teacher in Seal class. We have Mrs. Baldacchino, who is the teacher of Lobster class. The other teacher in Year R is Mrs. Brownlee, and she is the teacher of Turtle class. We have two full-time teaching assistants, Miss Garner and Mrs. Cooper, who work closely with us supporting different children across the year group. And we also have additional support from Mrs. Betsworth, Miss Lockie and Mrs. Spraggs as well. Other names that your children may mention to you are our lunchtime supervisors. The lunchtime supervisors for Year R are Mrs. Pepperell and Mrs. Dyer. Okay, so those are just kind of a lot of names that your children may come home and talk to you about. They do their learning with all of the different teachers. We move around for phonics, we move around for maths, so your children will be experiencing learning from all of the grown-ups in the wing. So first of all, just a little note on communication. We are a paperless school. We do try to use as little paper as possible. Most letters will be uploaded onto the school website, and it's well worth giving the Facebook page a follow as well if you haven't already, because the letters will all get uploaded on there as well. If it's important, it will be emailed directly to you, and you may also receive text messages. Each year group as well has their own email address. So this is the kind of primary contact to get in touch with us. It's Year R. I think I've missed an R off there, haven't I? It's year. There should be an R just after the year. So yearr@millrive-inf.hants.sch.uk. And that will get you in touch with any of the Year R teachers, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. So this is a kind of general timetable of what a typical day looks like in Year R. So every morning, as you are aware, the door opens at 8:30, and in the kind of 20 minutes between 8:30 and 9:10, when the gate closes, the children participate in morning activities. We call them their morning jobs. And these are all activities designed to strengthen their fine motor skills. And this helps them when they come to do their letter formation and when they come to do their writing. So your children will come in, they'll wash their hands, they'll organise all of their things, and they're all getting really, really good at doing that actually, aren't they, Mrs. Baldacchino? We've still got a few tears, but then we're getting better every day, so they're doing really, really well. When they've chosen their lunch and we've sorted out registers, they go off and they do their morning job. Okay. At 9 o'clock we do phonics, and this usually lasts for about half an hour. And then around 10 o'clock we open the snack bar. So this is during CIA. CIA stands for Child Initiated Activities, and this takes up a large proportion of our day in Year R. This is where your children are choosing their learning. They think they're playing, but they are choosing their learning, and activities have been carefully planned from their interests by the teaching team. So the snack bar is open, fruit is available and milk is available on a daily basis. About 11:10 we tidy up, and we either do a story or we have a circle time addressing issues such as friendships or tidying up or any little kind of incidents of behaviour that we might need to discuss as a whole class. We tend to do these things before lunch, and it's also the time where we do our foundation focus. So these are the subjects like geography or science or music that we cover during our year in Year R. 12 o'clock is lunchtime. We get a little bit of a head start on the rest of the school actually, so we go in at 10 to 12 and the children have an hour for lunch. They come back in at 10 to 1. We do maths in the afternoon. So every afternoon we do lots of counting practice. We're practicing one-to-one correspondence at the moment, pointing to each object. And then at about 1:30, the children go off and they do more child-initiated learning. We tidy up at around 2:20, and then we have either story time or assemblies at the end of the day. Oh, we do PE on a Tuesday. That's our PE day at the moment, and it does build to twice a week later on in the year as well. So just want to go through what is coming home in your book bags, because books and things are starting to come home. So I just want to explain to you what they all are, just in case you're not sure or you've missed the information. So please check your child's book bag every night. They do lots and lots of pictures in school, and we do encourage them to put them in their book bags to take them home to show their grown-ups. So if you can empty out any lovely pictures, and then just do a check through for letters as well, because any letters that do come home, although we are a paperless school, the ones that do come home are usually the most important ones. And then similarly, if you're returning a form to us, remind your child at the door to take the letter out of their book bag and give it to their class teacher, or just make contact with your class teacher at the door and say they've got a letter in their bag, and then we know to check through. So in your book bags, from this Friday, we will be giving the children their letters and sounds booklet, which looks like this. Okay, so there'll be a blue A4 booklet, and inside there will be some handwriting sheets containing the letters that we have taught this week. You will also get a little plastic bag which has got cut out letters so that the children can have a go at making some words themselves. There are lots and lots of things that you can do with these books. First of all, obviously practicing the letter formation. You could do it with a pencil if your child is ready to hold a pencil, or if they're not at that stage yet, that's absolutely fine. They could use their finger and make the letters in their sand pit or sand trays, or use paintbrushes and water to form the letters, chalks, whiteboards. There are lots of different ways to have a go. And with the little letters in the plastic bag, there are lots of games you can play with those as well. I Spy, you could make little words, you could have a go at going on a little letter hunt around your living room or around your kitchen, lots of things to do. It's really important that these are kept safe in your book bags when you're not using them, and that they are returned to school, particularly on a Thursday, so that we can add the new set of letters ready to go home every Friday. The other thing that you might have noticed coming home in the last week or so is a green A4 knowledge book. It's called a Key Knowledge Book, and in it we add a sheet each week containing information about what we're learning the following week. So next week we will be, our foundation focus is RE, okay, and we're thinking about being thankful. So you will be receiving a knowledge sheet in the book all about thankfulness. You don't have to do anything with these books. They're not for the children to write in, they're not for drawing pictures or anything like that. It's a talking point between you and your child. So just have a look through. Each knowledge sheet will contain key vocabulary, words that we're going to be using in school, and just kind of general bits of information that it might be good to talk through with your child before they come to school on the Monday. And of course your reading records. So we have given all of the children now a lilac reading book, and they all have got a yellow reading record. So please write in your child's reading record each time you share a book. It doesn't just have to be the book that we've given them from school. If you have a story at home each evening just before bedtime, you can make a note of that and pop the date in as well. Every time the children read 25 times, they earn a reading badge. And these are all sorts of fantastic gemstones, aren't they? Rubies and sapphires and all manner of things. And each time the children go to Mrs. Ford's office and collect a reading badge, and they're very, very proud of their achievements. It is really important to read with your child at home. Talk about the pictures, ask them lots of questions. The lilac books don't have any words in, so it's all about the children retelling the story. All about them kind of understanding the sequence of a story and being able to talk about it and what's happening. Okay. Oh, I should say, the 25 reads, it's only one read per day. So if you have read a book in the morning before school and then you've read again in the evening, we will only count that once, okay? So it's one read per day. Do you want to talk about Bug Club, Mrs. Baldacchino?
I will. So Bug Club, you will have received an individual username and password which can be used to access reading books online with Bug Club. As your child develops as a reader, their teacher will allow access to books appropriate to their level.
So at the moment, as I just mentioned, all the children are on Lilac reading level. Bug Club actually starts from the next level up. So your child, we won't be assigning Bug Club to your children until they have moved on to Pink level. But just get it set up ready, make sure you can log in. If you've got any problems with your login, then just speak to your class teacher and we can get it sorted for you. Okay?
Seesaw. Seesaw is our online learning platform. You have all been given a login for your child and a family password as well. Each week, informal learning activities will be set for your child to complete at home if they wish. Make sure you have downloaded the app and have a go at completing an activity.
Okay, so these were 2 or even 3 letters that came home in paper form a week or so ago. They have got like a QR code on them. One of them is a family app, which you need to log into, and one of them is the child's app. So you log into the child's app to complete the activities, and then the family app is just so you can kind of oversee what's going on. But basically we will set an activity each weekend or on a Thursday, and if you wish to, you can complete it, okay? It's not compulsory. However, if we did go into another lockdown and we were home learning, in a situation where we were home learning again, this would be the platform that we would use. So it is important that you are able to access it. So just get yourself logged on, and any problems, again, speak to your class teacher.
Thank you to the children who have completed it.
Yeah.
We can like it and love it and make a comment at the children's work. So it's been really nice seeing what they've been doing at home.
Yeah, there's been some lovely things in so far.
So, learning letter. Each week on a Friday we will send out a learning letter, which is also uploaded to the Millrife Facebook page. The Facebook page is really important and lots of information is shared on there. So if you haven't logged into that, it's really worth doing, because you'll find out what's going on the Facebook page. This letter explains what your child will be learning in the different areas of the curriculum the following week. Additionally, we may add a play, chat, read section, which suggests activities which can be carried out at home to help to support your child's learning. These activities are not compulsory, just something to do if you have the time and energy and your child is interested. They are quite fun, and it might be going for a walk and collecting sticks and making a stick man, or making a collage of leaves. So it can be done on your travels, and it's up to you if you feel you want to do it, but they are not compulsory. Water bottles, well done, you've named them, keep that up. Please ensure that you send your child with a water bottle each day. The bottle needs to be named and contain just water, please.
I did pour away some squash today, just saying.
No juice
No.
or squash, I'm afraid. It's really important that they bring a water bottle in, and like I said, you have done really well. Everything needs to be named.
Your names do tend to rub off the water bottles as well, so do just keep checking if they've been in the dishwasher or anything. Okay.
PE. Right, this is our next challenge. It's always lovely PE in Year R. Please ensure that your child's PE kit is in school from the first day of the half term.
Well done, most of you have brought them in. If you know that you haven't brought it in yet, then just do pop it in to us.
It will stay in school until half term, so it doesn't need to go home. I know some children were eager to take it home, but it can stay in until October, and then it can go home to be washed. Ensure all long hair is tied up and earrings taken out if your child is unable to remove them independently. Your children do PE on Tuesday mornings. So at the moment we've been looking at sticky kits, which I've really enjoyed, and we will be going to the hall to have our PE sessions, and we will be getting changed.
From next week, we're going to be getting changed. So if your child comes home and their t-shirt is back to front, or they've got their trousers on back to front, please don't worry. It does just mean that they've had a really good go at getting themselves dressed, okay? Do make sure that everything is named right down to socks, shoes, pants, because it is a little bit tricky with lots and lots of children getting changed all at the same time in one space. So do be patient with your class teachers when on a PE day, because it is tricky, isn't it?
Good fun.
But your children will be absolutely fantastic, I am sure.
Clothing, yes.
Names.
Please ensure everything is named, even socks, pants and shoes, as when children are in reception, they have no qualms about spreading their clothes around, and everyone can share them. So
They do like to share.
Wellies. We
needed
venture
them
outside,
today, didn't we?
yes, in all weathers. So please bring a pair of named wellies into school which fit your child and which can stay in school for the duration of the year. So again, thank you if you've already done that, but we really appreciate it if you could bring some in. They don't have to be fancy ones, they can just be, just a plain colour, but named, please.
And it is worth just mentioning, we do have some school spare wellies as well, so if you haven't got any, then your child will still be able to go outside. Oh, observations. Okay, so during the year we observe your children in order to gather evidence to show their development and their achievements throughout the year. We're able to observe many, many things in school. Obviously, we spend a lot of time with your children, but we also recognise that some of these milestones might take place at home. And so we really value your input. And that's partly why we use Seesaw. And as Mrs. Baldacchino mentioned, we've had some really lovely feedback from parents and children already on Seesaw who have completed the activities. So some of you are getting to grips with uploading photos, with making little voice comments and things like that. There's all sorts of things you can do on there, and that's a really good way of sharing the learning that's going on at home, because we do realise that that's important as well. So any contributions that you do make on Seesaw, we will then be able to see those and kind of include it in our judgments of the children. For another example is if your child rides their bike unaided for the first time, that might not be something that we see in school. So that's a really big achievement, and that's something that you might like to share. So if you have any questions, please do email the Year R email address, yearr-info@milride-hants.hants.sch.uk. And of course, if it's urgent, you can ring the school office and they will put you through to us. And if we are available, we will come and talk to you. And then obviously just have a chat to us at the door as well. Okay, but hopefully this has given you a little bit more of a flavour and answered some more of your questions. We hope you found it useful, and we look forward to seeing you and your children again in the morning. Bye for now.
Bye.